Marvel's cooked. Mostly everything that's coming out after Endgame has been disappointing. Alright, don't get me wrong. There's been some amazing films like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Deadpool and Wolverine, Spider-Man, and a few shows that actually blew me away. Pause. But Marvel has issues right now with their storytelling, bad marketing, writing, and character development. Let's be real for a second. Everything before Phase 4 wasn't always perfect as well. After Endgame, people had been wanting Marvel movies to be equivalent to an Avengers movie, or high expectations after it was announced that this saga was called the multiverse saga. Like, we're expecting some good ass writing, good storytelling, and like some crazy ass like fucking cameos appearing in this saga. Like shit, I'm expecting crazy characters from like other realities. I'm expecting them to write their shows like Breaking Bad or show Joker or a Quentin Tarantino writing. Like I was expecting something different. Like they were going to take a different approach. But instead, we're still getting like repetitive origin stories in Phase 4. Like, come on now. I don't want 20 years to pass and barely getting a Blade movie, and it having to be a damn origin story where he's the side character and our main character is a female lead set in the sacred timeline. And that's also one of the reasons why the Blade movie was taking so long, because of the damn script. But now they just need a director to film the movie. Like, a lot of people don't like, they're tired of that shit. Anyways, the multiverse saga is, to be honest, I think every movie that came out in Phase 4 or wherever when it was announced, be it set in a different universe or reality, whatever you want to call it. I like some movies, like they could say the same. Let's say like for WandaVision or like Shang-Chi, like those could have been like set in the sacred timeline. Even though the WandaVision, the fight scene was a little wonky, it was still a good watch. Black Widow, like the movie, like it was good. I thought I liked it. I might have been one of the few people that liked it. But honestly, I felt like that movie should have came out like in Phase 2 or 3. Eternals, Thor and Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Secret Invasion. All of those, honestly, should have been a different reality set in a different universe. Like different Earth, whatever the fuck. And I feel like that reason, it could have helped establish a better script, writing for these characters, like character development, give the writer a chance to explore different themes, and also be more creative to expand the character. And then that could have gave the viewer more invested in having us forced, instead of having us forced to watch a show because it connects to the movies. I don't know, or they barely got their powers like right now after Endgame. Like, nah, like get that out of here. And they're literally doing this for Fantastic Four, like, and the next Spider-Man cartoon. They're all set in a different like Earth, like, and in a different universe. Now I know this won't change the fact that like the bigger issue, like, which is the writing, like, and I clown a lot about Marvel, like writing like and their bad jokes.
Hey, you guys gotta.
I honestly hated Miss Marvel. And don't get me wrong, that character is like dope. Like she's a strong like character. Like I like her in like the comics. In the show, the story was just so whack. Like, why did they do that? Like, it was just boring. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't even seen the Marvels, out of fear of loving it. Like, what type of Home Alone buffoonery is this? The movies are being more focused towards like who can be the next Avengers. Movies focus on developing the next young Avengers and replacing beloved characters like that we know. Like I don't mind Captain America, like Falcon becoming him, but wouldn't it have been more interesting if he was like in a different reality? And then we go to like, like, just so we can establish like, oh, this isn't really I know he's Captain America in the comics and all that, but like I feel like a lot of the fans are not fucking with it, like, and it's like sad, like, cause I'm watching this and I'm expecting Rogers to be fucking Captain America. Like, I feel like we haven't gotten it enough. But yeah, that's just me like ranting. And they're hiring so many writers who are say they read the comics, but in fact some may read them and some may never pick up a comic up in their life, and they say, oh, it'll mess with their work and creativity. Like, what? Motherfucker, you better understand the material or we're gonna have a problem. They're also young writers, barely doing like projects in the film industry. They're young, and Marvel's getting them shots with these big ass projects. A lot of the stories also have to go through like Disney, like, or the higher ups to like get approved, and that's like a lot of stuff behind the scenes, like, so that can also be an issue that Disney's like pretty much not giving them full control over the characters. But then it seems like when it's like mostly like a female lead, like, oh yeah, like let's throw that in there. Like, yes, I love that. Like, it reminds me like that South Park episode with Cartman. Honestly though, I don't care if it's an all-girls movie or it involves feminism, LGBTQ, or if they're race swapping, as long as it makes sense and has a good story, like then I wouldn't give a shit. Just convince me that it's good. The focus is literally a multiverse saga. I don't mind like the fucking race swap or like gender swap. Like what? Just make it look like, oh yeah, this is a nerf where everybody's a female, or Spider-Man's Asian, or Captain America is actually like a different Hydra. Like, you know, stuff like that. Like I wouldn't mind. Like, you know, like just make it make sense. That's why I said like like for the movie The Marvels, it would have made more sense if it was set in a different reality. I have no idea what that shit was. Like they had the right concept going with What If, but I feel like the execution with that wasn't good. Like it was straight up just a Captain Carter show, like, or Peggy Carter show. Like they focused way too much on like establishing her like story, and it was just kind of like felt dragged. As of right now, these writers, Michael Green, the writer for Blade, Chris Mecken, Eric Summers, writers for Spider-Man 4, Matthew Chancey, writers for X-Men 97, new season, and I think he also worked a lot in the What If show, mostly season 3. Like, he's the head writer of that season. And this is just to name a few. They need to step it up ASAP, like, cause they're gonna make more movies for Marvel, and if they continue to go like to this like unoriginal, or the story is not there, or the character development is not as good, give me shock value. Like, give me something like that would be interesting to watch. Just like, I trust like the Spider-Man 4 maybe. Like it might be good. Like they worked with the other previous Spider-Man movies, and for the Blade movie, like they had to keep going writer after writer after writer. So just give us a good Blade movie. Give us good movies. That's all we ask. Now for the Avengers, please don't fuck this up. We're expecting a huge all-star return of like Ghost Rider, Blade, X-Men characters to appear. The return of Spider-Mans, like of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, most likely. And we're expecting a huge things. Hey yo, like yeah, like all that. We're expecting a lot from this movie. It's gonna be another nostalgia movie. It's gonna, if we're gonna bring all those characters, Hugh Jackman's X-Men, Wolverine. I mean, like that's gonna be huge. Teaming up with fucking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Blade, Wesley Snipes again, and teaming up with Ghost Rider's Nicolas Cage. That's just gonna be amazing if that happens. But if that doesn't happen, that's a missed fucking opportunity right there. I'll never forget Marvel for that. We're expecting a real multiverse saga, like a real multiverse movie, unlike the scam we got for Ant-Man and Doctor Strange. I'm telling you, if Ant-Man was set in a different reality where they all died sacrificing themselves to be Kang, showing us a flashback, that's what fucking she saw. Like she saw Kang defeating the Avengers or X-Men, or even Thanos. That would have gone hard, honestly. Like I would have been like, what the fuck? Now for Doctor Strange, the movie could have been like Wanda, Doctor Strange, and Chavez like teaming up, going to different realities because she's trying to look for her parents, right? But ended up in fighting different foes, getting stuck in those realities, and giving us a lot more damn cameos. Like that actually made sense, because oh look, we're in a different reality. There's a Fantastic Four like universe, like from the Sony movie, where the fuck that Fantastic Four movie was, or the X-Men. Like, come on, like you could have done so much. Or let's say they didn't have the rights. I forgot. Let's say that. Still bring out like other cameos from the shows, and then Wanda could have been somehow like, oh, she's going into different realities and she's like losing herself. She's going into madness, blah blah blah, because of the book. Instead, Wanda is like the main villain the whole time, and it's like, nah. With Thunderbolts and the new Captain America, it's safe to say I might enjoy it. If surprisingly I end up nah, oh well. The same could be said about the Avengers movie. I fear if the movies end up just sucking, not living up to the hype, I've been pretty much it for Marvel movies. Like they're not gonna do any more Avengers movies. It's gonna be the X-Men after that. Like that'll be pretty much it. I'm focusing more towards the Mutant X-Men saga, and then from there I'll probably just focus more on DC, to be honest. And I'll probably watch more anime. I still am gonna watch anime. If you stuck to the end, thanks for watching. Honestly, comment your thoughts and let me know what you think. If you disliked what I was saying, like, or you have a problem, let me know. And yeah, just give me your opinion. Thanks for watching. Lates.